Hey there, this is my album of the week. This time I have not only one album for you, but two. They are also not albums, but EPs, so everything is different this time. There are two EPs because both pieces have something in common. They are in genres that I usually don't listen to that much. That would be on the one hand hardcore, and on the other hand modern, dissonant death metal. In both genres, I find the sound of most productions difficult. Often everything is loaded with high frequencies and everything is very compressed. And so it's very exhausting to listen to for me. Often this is also connected with the fact that the drums sound absolutely fake. The two EPs I want to introduce to you sound different. They sound real, pleasant, and excellent. So let's get started. And we start with God Complex and the EP To Decay in a Deathless World. It came out on October 7th, 2021, and it is a hardcore EP. Since I'm presenting two works this time, I'm only going to explain 3 points for each that I particularly liked. So here are 3 reasons why God Complex's EP deserves the title EP of the Week. Number 1. On the EP are always unusual and partly ambient elements to hear. The intro, for example, is a pure ambient track, which is not that unusual for intros, but I find this intro especially cool. Also, the transition between Forbidden Love and Red Chord or the end of Dopesick can be mentioned here. But I'm a fan of ambient elements in general and easy to get excited with them. Number 2. The sound. It is, as described at the beginning, rather untypical for hardcore, but just for this reason, interesting for me. It also sounds very natural and it is pleasant to listen to because of that. It loses therefore also not a bit of brutality or power. The opposite is the case. The guitars do not sound like puke directly out of a camper, but like real amplifiers that present a little more mid-range and less treble, but more power as in other hardcore productions if you ask me. The drums do not sound like puzzled together from a sample library, but like real drums, and you can even hear the room in which it was recorded. All in all, hardcore can always sound like this, in my opinion. And number 3, the density of the EP and the related hardness or intensity. The EP never bores at any point. It's 11 songs and just under 25 minutes of full contact. And the second EP is Monolith of Corrosion by Nightmare, a death metal band from Portland, Oregon. The EP was released on August 27th, 2021. And here are the 3 reasons why this EP has also earned the title EP of the Week. Number 1. I think that tying in with black metal through dissonant death metal elements works very well. This, coupled with the short length for black metal songs of 3 to 5 minutes, results in a really entertaining and for me, new listening experience. I also find the ending of 3, Stasis, very exciting, which reminds me of industrial metal. Number 2 must be the sound, of course. Here it is the same as with God Complex. It all sounds wonderfully natural and powerful, especially if you compare this EP with the previous album Cacophony of Terror, which sounds much more compressed and digital. It becomes clear what I mean. The sound on Monolith of Corrosion already seems much more natural in direct comparison and has pleasantly much more space and air. I find the cymbals particularly well done, which not only sound outrageously good, but also provide a very nice stereo width. Number 3. I'm once again thrilled about how you can create a truly atmospheric and interesting piece of work with supposedly simple riffs, but really good songwriting. I would even claim that the supposed simplicity of the guitar work significantly shape the atmosphere. Alright, That was my album of the week, this time with two EPs. Number one, God Complex and the EP To Decay in a Deathless World. And number two, Monolith of Corrosion by Nightmare. I recommend to give these records a shot as soon as possible. This was Seb from Magnetic Audio, and we hear us next time.